Hello, and welcome to the Beyond Average Journeys of Growth and Increasing Value interview series. And I'm your host, Kristen Carlson. And today I'm joined by Kylie Russell, founder and CEO of Priceless One Management. So, Kylie, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Well, I would love to hear a little background about you and your business.
So hi everybody, I'm Kylie. I'm born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. Moved to Atlanta after I graduated. Sorry, moved to Miami after I graduated from Spelman College in Atlanta in 2012. So I've been in Miami for quite some time, escaping the cold. I originally came here to become a model. So I had a professional modeling career since I moved here, to be honest, and I still do, but I was full-time for a while. And in 2015, I found out that there was a need for more people of color in the event staffing industry. While I was modeling, my kind of side hustle was promo modeling. So in that, I realized, okay, I found a need. I want to start a business. And so I started Priceless One Management in 2015 because of that need. Ever since then, we've been working with a lot of liquor clients, with a lot of people in entertainment, music, sports, fashion, where we staff, promo models, bartenders, production assistants, event managers, all of the people that are needed for different events. We find those people on a nationwide basis and place those people, book those people at events, for really cool events too, by the way. Not your usual conferences and things like that, but like, product launches and things like that that are just really, really fun. Music festivals, all of the good things that you want to go to have an experience. That's what our team staffs for. So
Awesome. Now, are you focused in the Miami area, staffing events there, or how broad does your business go?
we are based in Miami. We're headquartered in Miami, but our team is nationwide. We even have a team member in the UK. So we do events all over, mostly domestic, so all over the US and major markets. We also dip and dabble in Toronto every once in a while. But yes, we are nationwide. We have almost 3,000 contractors throughout the whole entire country, activating these events. So it's pretty broad.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank
So
you.
how fast did your company grow? You said 2015, where are you at today? How did you get there?
I will say everything started off kind of referral based. And also, it was just me running everything for a very long time. For at least 2.5 years, it was just me, right? I finally got a team after 2.5 years because it became a little bit too much work for just me. So I had two other people on the team, my mom actually doing my payroll. My husband would jump in every once in a while to help. So it was definitely a family thing. And I had to have a team because it started to become too much work for me by myself. So we grew to about, let's say, 200,000 a year by 2017. By 2019, we had hit 750 a year. Um,
Nice.
our goal in 2020 was a million, where everything died off in 2020. So um, that was actually our time where we kind of pivoted, and added a influencer division to our company, because obviously events weren't happening. So we said, okay, a lot of our staff are already influencers. A lot of our clients are still have marketing dollars to put towards, marketing efforts for their brands. So we started to utilize our staff to be influencers, and that also grew the company. So by 2021, we had reached our $1 million mark, which is first
Congratulations.
year out of the pandemic. Yeah, so it continues to grow every year. It's really, really exciting, and I'm just proud to say that we are, a Black-owned, woman-owned company that has reached $1 million year by year. So it's really exciting. It's like only 3% of women do this, so it's awesome.
Exactly. The percentage is so small for women businesses. So congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank
So
you.
what were some of the key roles you added to your team to help you get out of the day to day and having to be responsible for all the details?
Yeah, honestly, the first person that I really needed was somebody to do admin work. All of those invoices and contracts and things going in and out and just keeping everything organized was really important to me. And then once I had somebody stable in that, then it was like, okay, let me take a step back and find somebody that can book all the staff. So then I can also focus. Then once I have somebody to book all the staff, I can then focus on, building the company, finding new clients and things like that. Finding ways to be more efficient, and once I had those two people, I said, okay, let me take one more step back and find a vice president. She started off as the director of operations, pretty much handling everything. And then I promoted her to become the vice president. And then I also added a recruiter. So I had somebody that's constantly finding and vetting new staff members. They send them off to our database where our booker handles all of the staffing and placement. And then my vice president has meetings with them and manages all of them along with the admin to make sure that everything is flowing efficiently and also handles client communication. While now I'm only focusing on growing the business, figuring out who to pitch to and closing deals. So
Awesome. Congratulations.
thank you.
So, what are some of your goals for this year?
Some of my goals for this year, to be honest, we've never had an investor. We've never, had any rounds of funding or anything like that. It's all been like profit based, blood, sweat, and tears. So I'm ready to kind of take it to the next level and kind of expand a bit more, possibly joining on with another, let's say, an experiential agency that wants to have an internal staffing agency within their company to add value. That's something that we're kind of looking at this year. But in addition, working with brands directly to do programming is something that we're really focused on. So programming in a sense of like, let's say that someone just launched a product, let's say a new beverage. They want to do demos across the country in different grocery stores, at different festivals and events. So we're putting together a full program throughout the country so that we can place them in different in different food stores and different liquor stores and different festivals, events, all of the things. And then we make sure that those demos go accordingly and that we hit our goals as far as how many people were able to try the product, do those demos convert to sales and things like that. So programming is a big part of what we're doing right now, as well as getting acquired.
Wow, that is a huge goal. So, congratulations and good
Thank
luck. So, what
thank
are some of the hurdles in the way? What are the challenges that you're facing to get there?
Honestly, challenges are the fact that some corporations are cutting their DEI efforts. So they haven't been allotting as many dollars towards businesses of color. So that's definitely something in the way. Another thing with the economy, budgets are just getting cut in a sense. So it's a matter of navigating, who is still putting dollars towards marketing. Um, some people are putting it towards digital marketing, some are doing it through events, some aren't doing either or. So now it's a matter of, okay, there's people that aren't doing either or, finding another company that is. Also, just in the market in general, when you're working with a specific client, sometimes those clients leave and go to other companies. So that client that you built such a good relationship with at that company might not be there anymore, and now you have to find someone else at that company. Because let's say that client went into a totally different industry. So rebuilding relationships is another thing that we had to really adjust to after COVID. Because remember, everybody got displaced, went into different markets. Some people started their own business. So finding those people again, reconnecting, and then building back on the business again. So
Have you built a business development team then too? I mean, hopefully this isn't all on your shoulders.
So I kind of lead in it, but I have started to challenge my team now to go out and find new business, which they've been doing a great job at that because I also give my team an incentive that they can get paid more if they're the ones that are actually working the events. Because everybody on my team has been a staff member or a brand ambassador before, which is great because they understand the roles that they're booking people for, right? So a lot of we pay our team extra to be able to be those brand ambassadors. So they get an additional, amount per hour. after they've already booked themselves for an event. And then while they're at these events, they're going out and going up to other stations. Let's say some of them just came from Coachella. And one of my team members worked and they found other people at Coachella that needed staffing in the future. So they've been being very resourceful and bringing in new business. And for that, I compensate them a commission when they bring in new business. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
And so, running this huge company, how is work-life balance?
It's interesting. I just had a baby, so
Congratulations.
thank you. She's only 3 months old, so I'm just now getting back into working again. I had created a really good work-life balance since I had kind of that vice president that took some of the reins off of me on the day to day and allowed me to focus more on just growing the company. So it's easy for me to go out and meet people and create relationships. It's just my personality. So that helped me to be able to just use my regular day to day life and building business. So it was pretty easy for me to balance work and day to day life because it was that was just me. I just enjoyed it. It didn't feel like work necessarily. And I always find time to I'm in Miami. I go on a boat every once in a while. We're going to the beach. On Fridays, I like to go to the pool and work. So finding different ways of just still enjoying myself while I'm working. Luckily, my entire team is remote. So we can work from wherever. We can go to a coffee shop. I can work from the beach if I needed to. I work on the plane while I'm traveling somewhere, if need be. So we figure it out. You just got to be resourceful and just make sure that you're not. I personally don't like to be in the same place every day. I like to change my environment. It makes it a little more fun and exciting to be in a different environment when I'm working instead of just the boring just sitting at the table or just sitting at the desk. um so I find joys in kind of changing things up, and environment really helps for me, I'll say.
And do you get to go to a lot of these events too? I mean, do you actually attend a lot of the events that your team is working at?
So a part of our role, we don't have to attend these events, but I do want to, for the sake of one, seeing my staff in action is always very cool. Two, being able to rub shoulders with my clients on site at these events is always great, to further build that relationship. And then three, I love to be able to get content of them and just like show how cool everything is going. Because again, it's really cool events. We do so much for Art Basel every year, and I just hopped to all of the events during Art Basel, saw the clients, saw the staff, got to interact with the activations. And again, these events are cool events. We did an event with American Express, for instance, where they made miniature toys come to life. So they built like
Gosh,
adult-sized toys, for this American Express event, which was so cool. And then we did an event with Lego, where we literally created bouquets of flowers out of Legos at this event. So very cool stuff that we're able to do. So it's a joy to be able to attend these events, but at the same time, I don't have to, but I should for the sake of client relationship building.
awesome, awesome. And so, how would you describe how your business is beyond average?
I think my business is beyond average because one, we have a huge focus on putting money in people's pockets. And a lot of people don't focus on that. Most businesses are focused on how much can I profit myself. But we're so happy to say that we've paid over $2.5 million to staff, and 85% of those staff are people of color. So we're really helping to boost the economy through our company. And that's really a primary mission of ours, is to continue to help put dollars in people's pockets. So that makes us beyond average. We're not just focusing on profits. We're really focusing on like how can we help the people and how can we allow them to have fun while they're putting money in their pockets. A lot of companies don't ask to do that. Culture is everything. We have a retreat every year for our team where we go on yachts, we go to parties, we have a conference one day, but for the most part, we're enjoying ourselves and building each other as a team, and really collaborating and sharing ideas and visions in a fun way. So I just love that we've created a culture that thrives on having fun, being a family while we're doing it, and again, putting dollars in people's pockets that need it most.
Awesome. So thank you. And thank you for building the wealth of others. I think that's what's key in this world, right? Is taking it beyond ourselves, but how can we bring everyone else up too? So how do you connect your team to each other along as they're across the country and even globally?
That's a good question. We do two team calls every week. So on Monday, we have a Monday motivation call where everybody goes into, first we start out with a motivational quote. And then we go into what were our highs of the last week, our lows of the last week, and what are our goals for this week. And everybody on the team has to go through that. It takes about an hour or so, but everybody on the team has to give their input on their highs, lows, and goals. Um, and then on Fridays, we have just a check-in call with everybody. It's no set agenda. It's really just kind of like is there anything we need to talk through? How was the week? Is there anything fun that you're doing this weekend? Really just to connect on anything that needs to be connected with. If we had a slow week, we're talking about, what just happened in the news or, like, oh, you're celebrating your birthday this weekend. What are you doing? Things like that, to just kind of connect and chat, even if it's not really an agenda. So at the very least, we have two team calls a week just to connect.
Excellent. And I think it's great to be available too for your team so they can ask questions, right? And bring up what's on their mind and address it in a timely manner. So excellent. So,
Absolutely.
do you
One of
have any advice for an aspiring entrepreneur that would want to start a new company? You've come a long way.
I do. I would say one of the things that's really important is being in the industry that you want to go into. For instance, I was a promotional model before I became a staffing agency for promotional models, So really being in the thick of it, with the product that you're trying to get out there or the service that you're trying to get out there. If you're creating a soap line, would you actually use this soap? So don't go into it just off the sake of what can I profit? Go into it with passion. Solve a problem of something that's needed, and don't try to do something that everyone else is doing. Find a way to be different so that you can become beyond average, and differentiate yourself from other people in the industry. Also, do a ton of research on what does it mean to start a business. Everybody, some people fail in the first year or so because they don't know how to start a business. They don't know how to fund a business. They don't know how to effectively run a business or how to hire people in your business. So really do your research. And again, don't be afraid to fail. There will be ups and downs, but just keep on going and you'll be successful.
Yeah, those are opportunities to learn, right? Have
Absolutely.
you,
I've been through it.
have you had any mentors along the way that have helped you?
I have had mentors along the way. I really call on people. I've had quite a few corporate jobs as well that I've done in tandem with running my company. So I look to some of those corporate leaders that I've built good relationships with, and I call on them for advice as needed, because some of them are in the marketing industry as well. So I ask them, hey, like, is there something that my company could be doing to help, in a sense? I also have kind of a business coach that I work with on a monthly basis that kind of helps me out. Whatever questions I need, he asks me questions that make me think. And it's really good to just have someone to call on in that sense, in different industries too. So I have about three people that I call on, just to like get advice and talk through them and allow them to keep me on my toes.
And have you become a mentor also then?
Not personally, but I do help some of my staff members that want to start companies. I always give them, my advice on how I started, especially if they want to start another staffing agency. And then also, I sit on the board for a nonprofit called Grow Lead Inspire, aka GLI, and it's for young adolescent girls to grow, lead, and inspire them. So we just did a conference in New York this past week, and we're really just here to kind of help the younger generation, to grow and to be of a good influence to them. So I'm happy to take on a mentor role for them as well.
Yeah, that gave me goosebumps. So thank you for that. I mean, we definitely need to inspire the kids and let them know that, they can do it, right? They can.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah, we need more of that. We need so much more of that, and especially in today's world and social media where there's so many crazy things that they might see. They need positive influences in their life.
Well, thank you so much. And thank you, Kylie, for joining us today. And it's just great to learn about your journey and your goals and knock it out of the park. I'm sure you will. So,
Thank you so much.
congratulations and good luck with baby. So,
Thank
and everyone watching, I really look forward to you on our next episode. Thank you.
you. Bye.
Goodbye.